If you think you control your schedule, you are wrong. Dead wrong. Because somewhere, somehow, a creature with 4 legs, a wet nose, and a complete disregard for human sleep has decided your time is now their time. Hello, my fellow loyal human slaves. Welcome back to Petopia Dogs. I'm your canine time observer, and today, we are tackling the greatest lie we ever told ourselves, that we still have free will. We are putting our lives to the test with the ultimate time magic challenge, the before and after of dog ownership. Trust me, your calendar looks like a chewed-up tennis ball now. Before we dive in, let's get the first painful truth out there. When was the last time you truly slept past 9 a.m.? Drop a comment and make me feel better about my 5:45 a.m. alarm clock.
Whoa.
Let's start with the one thing every dog owner has sacrificed: a decent Saturday morning. This used to be our sacred time. Before the dog, it was glorious. The alarm is set for 9:30 a.m. or maybe 10 a.m. if you're a real rebel. You wake up slow, maybe scroll through your phone, read the news, and then you casually walk down to the kitchen to make a fresh pot of coffee, the good beans, or head to Starbucks for a fancy $7 latte, maybe even grab a donut. You are the master of your domain, sipping in silence. After the dog, it's 5:45 a.m. Your alarm is not a pleasant sound. It's a cold, wet nose relentlessly jamming itself into your eyelid. You try to turn over, but you hear the frantic whining, the classic pee dance, and you realize the next 5 minutes are a frantic, shivering race outside in your pajamas, regardless of the weather. And you have to stand there for 3 minutes, waiting for them to finally find the perfect spot. Then comes the breakfast situation. You dare to pour your own cereal? Forget it. You'll be met with a full-blown breakfast protest that sounds like a foghorn in a panic. The moment they hear the rattle of the kibble container, they transform into demanding velociraptors. You are pouring that kibble within 30 seconds, or face the wrath. Your luxury now is successfully eating your toast without having to hold it 6 feet above your head, looking around suspiciously like a seagull might steal it. Tell me, what time is your dog's breakfast protest? Mine starts precisely 5 minutes before the sun rises. They have better time management skills than my CPA, especially when it involves food. Do you eat standing up now just to be safe? Let me know. For those of us working from home, we used to have peace, quiet, and professional integrity. Now we have chaos and the ever-present mute button trauma. Before the dog, your home office was a serene sanctuary. Clean background, noise-canceling headphones, and productive meetings where you actually sounded intelligent. You were the picture of corporate calm, delivering those quarterly reports with ease. After the dog, you're 1 minute into the most important Zoom meeting of the week, maybe even a client presentation, and suddenly your dog spots a leaf, or a pigeon, or, God forbid, the USPS delivery truck. The professional Zoom call instantly turns into the wildlife alert, DEFCON 1 chaos, and you're scrambling to hit mute while whispering, "Shut up, it's just the mailman, he is not trying to kill us." You spend the rest of the meeting apologizing for the technical difficulties, and forget about your posture. You used to use that expensive ergonomic chair. Now, the keyboard is clearly defined as a warm dog bed. You are contorted into a bizarre pretzel shape, desperately trying to type one-handed while a 60-pound weight rests on your left arm. If you try to move them, they unleash a sigh of betrayal so deep it hurts your soul. It's the lapdog tax, and payment is mandatory, often involving the loss of blood circulation. You get up every hour, not because of a stretching routine, but because your dog requires a mandatory 5-minute belly rub break. Come on, don't be shy. What is the most embarrassing sound your dog has made during a critical work meeting? Mine once let out a noise that my boss genuinely thought was a foghorn in the distance. Tell me your worst Zoom disaster. Before the dog, a trip to Target was an experience. Now, it's a frantic military operation. And your social life? It's been replaced by playdates with other dogs you barely know. Before the dog, you'd walk into Target, browse the seasonal aisle, maybe grab a fancy candle, wander aimlessly for 2 hours, pick up that random item you don't need, and then decide to spontaneously meet friends for a late dinner. You were free to roam. After the dog, every second outside the house is measured by the Bladder Clock. You have exactly 45 minutes from the time you left, or you face the consequences. That leisurely Target trip? It's a Target run. A sprint through the aisles, grabbing only the necessities, usually dog food or chew toys, with the looming specter of dog mom dad guilt breathing down your neck. You are constantly checking the clock, thinking about the look on their face when you return, and debating if you have time to stop for gas and coffee. Spoiler? You don't. And speaking of returning, even if you've only been gone for 10 minutes, maybe just to take out the trash, your arrival home is treated like a heroic, epic return from a long deployment in Afghanistan. It's the world's best welcome involving full-body jumps, high-pitched whines, and a frantic attempt to retrieve the nearest sock to gift you as a peace offering. You can't even stand up straight for the first minute. Tell me honestly, what's the longest you've been away from home? And what was your dog's most over-the-top welcoming ritual when you got back? Did they cry? Did they bring you a whole pillow? Let's have some guilt trip solidarity and share the joy. Relaxation? You mean the time you spend catering to your dog's needs? Your hobbies now include dog park socializing, brushing, and deep cleaning the carpets. Before the dog, you'd settle down for a nice quiet Netflix binge. You had your own pillow, your own clean dog hair-free blanket. Maybe you'd read a good book or even try knitting. You were in charge of the remote. After the dog, your living room is now covered in what I call furry fashion, a permanent layer of dog hair that serves as a condiment on every snack. You try to relax, but your personal furnace insists on lying right across your legs, making it impossible to move without waking the beast. And if you dare to watch something they deem boring, i.e. anything not about dogs, they will stand directly in front of the TV, blocking the screen until you change it. And forget reading or quiet time. Any moment of silence is a cue for them to bring over a slimy wet toy. The wet ball warning. They are demanding the fetch challenge, and resistance is futile. You are a human launching machine, commanded by the slobbery dictator on the carpet. They have successfully replaced your yoga and meditation time with forced high-intensity playtime. And often, they think your downward-facing dog pose is an invitation to crawl underneath you. What is the dirtiest toy your dog insists on bringing to you when you are trying to relax? Mine is a rope that smells faintly of old socks and desperation. Do they wait until you are halfway through a meal to drop it in your lap? Tell me their dirty little secret. Look, we've proven it. Your time is gone. Your schedule is a mess. You're waking up at the crack of dawn to scrape frozen poop off the lawn, and your entire wardrobe has a new, brown, black-white fur trim that no amount of lint rolling can fix. But here's the real trick of the time magic. It's not sacrifice, it's an exchange. We traded stress for structure and isolation for constant companionship. For every minute of sleep we lose, we gain a moment of unconditional love that we can't find anywhere else. For every ruined shoe, we get a soulmate who is genuinely thrilled to see us, every single time. They strip away the unnecessary things, the long, aimless shopping trips, the extra sleep, and fill that time with joy, mandatory walks, and snuggles. They give our lives rhythm and meaning. We might not have time for ourselves, but we always have time for them. They are the most demanding, smelly, and wonderful roommates you will ever have. And they make every single minute feel meaningful and absolutely worth the chaos. If you could go back to 5 minutes before you adopted your dog, knowing everything you know now, the early mornings, the Zoom interruptions, the hair, would you still make the same decision? Answer me with a single emoji or a single word. I think we all know the answer. My answer is definitely the heart emoji. Alright, you amazing dog parents. If this video made you nod your head so hard you almost woke up your dog, please smash that like button. Hit subscribe and ring that notification bell so you don't miss our next deep dive into the canine mind. Now, if you'll excuse me, I think I hear the whining. My tiny tyrant demands attention and possibly a third walk of the hour. You guys keep being awesome, and until next time, stay pawsome.